Everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be reviewing the new Beretta 92 XI SAO Tactical. It's a mouthful, but I'm sure it will not be a handful. Actually, I know it won't be because I've already put over 500 rounds downrange with this very pistol over the last month. Just recently went out with another influential YouTuber. Well, I'm not influential, he is. And it was his first time actually shooting a suppressed gun at all, and his reaction with this gun and another particular silencer that we'll get to was very cool and genuine. So I'll show you that here in a minute. So today we are going to cover this new two-tone offering from Beretta. Full disclosure, they did send this to me to evaluate for you guys here on the channel. That being said, apparently I had to buy 9 92 series pistols before I got their attention. So if you're new to the channel, I am a Beretta lover. In fact, this one here, this Inox here on the shelf, was the very first pistol I ever bought from a federal firearms license dealer when I turned 21 years old. I still have it, so pretty cool. I have now 10 92 series variants, so pretty cool. Great guns, they make great suppressor hosts, and we will show you that here on the channel. So without further ado, let's get down to the nitty gritty of this new pistol here on the channel, show you all the details, some close-up beautiful shots, and then we'll hit the range and make some real shots. Let's get to it. All right, let's get the boring stuff out of the way, and then we'll get to the cool features, and then we'll hit the range. So, overall length is 8.7 inches. Your width is 1.5 inches. The height, 5.4 inches. And the barrel length is 5.1 inches, and it is threaded 1/2 by 28. So, of course, if you're on this channel, you can rejoice. It is suppressor ready right out of the box. Your sight radius is going to be a nice, long, accurate 6.1 inches, and of course they shipped it with suppressor height sights. Yay! A lot of companies are selling threaded guns without suppressor height sights, and it really sucks. Thank you, Beretta, for that one. Weight unloaded is 33.3 ounces. Now, they do sell 3 different configurations. Basically, it's the same gun, just different magazine capacity SKU numbers for different states that aren't as free as ours. And that is a 10-round mag, a 15-round mag, and an 18-round mag. They opted to send the 18, so we have 18 plus 1 capacity right out of the box. Caliber is, of course, you guessed it, 9mm, and the action, what makes this gun so cool, is single action only. So the only option is to carry it cocked and locked, ready to rock. More on that in just a second. Your MSRP is $1,069. Now, I did check Gunbroker, and pretty much every gun shop across America is selling this for $969. So with some shipping fees, transfer fees, whatever, credit card fees in there, you're around the $1,000 mark for this guy. Now that we have all the boring numbers out of the way, let's just go ahead and just take a gander around the gun here and see what it has to offer. Starting at the top, you have optics ready slide, which is really nice. I typically don't like to run optics on my 92s. As you can see, I do run optics on other pistols. For some reason, I just like this how it is, so I'm not going to run one, but it is ready. On the slide, you'll see forward cocking serrations. They are vertical. They've been doing that lately. Some of these are kind of a mix, like the Centennial we'll cover in a second. You have the A3 and the A4. Those are kind of slanted still. So interesting that they're kind of going back and forth between a vertical serration and a slightly slanted serration. If you didn't know, this is an aluminum frame with other steel components like the slide and barrel. Guns like this one, we'll just go ahead and cover this. The Centennial is all steel. So the frame and the slide is steel. This is a heavy chunk of metal. It's extremely heavy and stout. My awesome wife bought this for me for a gift a couple of years ago, and it was my first introduction to Beretta's frame-mounted single action setup. I will say at the time, and I still do, dislike what they did with the trigger here. It is not that great for a gun that is this expensive. It is unloaded. It is extremely heavy, does not break that well. kind of a letdown here, Beretta, on this one. Again, very expensive pistol, limited. They only made 1,915 for the entire world market. That being said, I love it. It was a gift. It's beautiful. The finish is beautiful. We need to do something with that trigger. So fast forward to this, they greatly improved on the trigger on this guy. Has a little take up. Take this mag out. Little take up. Hits a very pronounced wall with zero creep. A very clean break. We'll check that reset. And very, very short reset so you can get on that trigger again, get another round sent down range. So huge improvement between these two triggers. Thank you, Beretta, for doing that. Still on the frame here, we have Picatinny rail, of course. We already mentioned the threaded barrel. I don't know if I mentioned the oversized magazine release that is reversible for you southpaws out there. And of course, you have ambidextrous frame mounted safety as well with a nice red dot to indicate it is ready to fire. We already mentioned the tall sights. Very clean and handsome looking tactical 9mm pistol. And you're probably wondering why we chose to review it here on the channel. It's because we shoot these all the time, suppressors. So you will be seeing this now on my channel as a host as these videos progress and I get 9mm suppressors in to review. This will be a gun that we put in rotation to test them on. Beretta 92 series sounds very good suppressed due to the lock time, and they are very reliable because they are not a Browning tilt type action platform. This barrel unlocks and unlocks much differently than a Browning design, so you don't have a lot of issues with weight negating the unlocking of the barrel causing a malfunction, meaning you would need a booster spring setup inside of the suppressor to let it free float when the gun unlocks after it fires. On a Beretta, you could sometimes get away with a boosterless. On a suppressor this large, it's smarter to run it with the booster still. Expect a full review on the Vent 2 here from PTR 3D printed suppressor here. This is the new Bee's Knees that's out. I can tell you right now, unequivocally, over the last 15 years, I've never heard a pistol 9mm suppressor this good. It is that good. I cannot wait to do this review, so stay tuned for that, and I'm sure you'll see this guy pop up again when we do that. So I think we've rambled along long enough here in the studio. You guys get it. It is a yet another improved and slick looking 92 series. So let's go ahead and pack up a buttload of ammo, a couple suppressors, hit the range, and let's do what's really important. Let's have some fun. Before we get shooting, a quick word from our sponsor, Capital Armory. They're the nation's largest silencer dealer and have expanded their silencer shipping ability to multiple states, with even more on the way. They can still ship directly to Texas residents, but they can now deliver silencers directly to your door for those in many other states. The process is simple and keeps everything in-house. So there are no additional dealers, transfer fees, or headaches. They manage the entire process from start to finish to make your life easier. The process is very simple. Once you purchase a silencer online through their website, you'll be contacted to begin your online customer profile to provide them with fingerprints and other necessary information to complete your e-file Form 4. After the ATF approves your form, Capital Armory will initiate electronic transfer paperwork with you, and your silencer will be mailed directly to your front door. And the best part is, your customer profile only needs to be done once, so you'll be ready to go for all future orders. Head to capitalarmory.com today to learn more. All right, everyone, we made it out to the range. One thing to note, I'm wearing a lapel microphone today, so any shooting we do and any suppressed shooting we do is not going to give you that true tone sound, but this is a gun review, not a suppressor review, so I need to be able to converse with you guys a lot easier. So we are going to run the gauntlet here with different ammunition to see if this gun will run well unsuppressed, even though the majority of you guys out there are buying this, of course, with the threaded barrel setup, the tactical, to run with a suppressor. That's why you're here on the channel. I have a plethora of mags here. Okay, so we're gonna shoot 115 grain, 124, 147, 158, and 165. So we're pretty much running everything that's available out there, minus that Centec 150 grain stuff. But other than that, we're gonna pretty much cover it here. So before I blow my eardrums out, I'm gonna go get my ears that I forgot, and then we're gonna get started. found that hold over there. All right, that was the 115. Now we have the 124 grain NATO, hot stuff. Okay, that was a 124. Now we have the 147 grain subsonic from 2A Warehouse. Dancing around that steel. All right, 147 worked great with no suppressor. Now we have 158 grain Fiocchi subsonic. .158 ran well. Last mag, 165 grain subsonic from 2A Warehouse. Very, very underloaded stuff here. See if it runs this slide without a suppressor. Well, there you have it. 115, 124, 147, 158, and 165. All operated the gun, no issues. And I was using an older 15 round mag, 2 of the 18 round mags that came with it, and an older 20 round mag that I had laying in the magazine cabinet. So, and we were getting hits on steel at 50 yards pretty consistently. So definitely passed that test with flying colors. All right, as you can see, we have backed up to 100 yards. We were getting hits on steel with pretty much every ammo type at 50. But I loaded a full mag of 124 grain because it's the hottest ammo I have here, the 124 grain NATO, and we backed up to 100 yards to see what we can do here, unsuppressed and supported off this concrete shooting wall. So let's give it a whirl. All right, let's get at least one hit here, huh? My front sight's covering the whole IDPA steel. Let's see where the hold is. I have the camera focused down range so you guys can see all my misses. I'm not seeing splash. Okay. Oh. Come on. Hit. We got one hit, and I'll have to review that, see how close I was getting each time. But, I mean, who's really going to be shooting this handgun at 100 yards? I just want to do it for fun. All right, we've moved up to a more reasonable 7 yards, okay? So we've shot it at 50, we've shot it at 100, and we're gonna move it up to 7 yards. So I have 2 mags fully loaded of 124 grain NATO. That's my snappiest ammo I have here. So let's just have some fun and ring some steel and see what we can do here with this beautiful trigger that we have now. Yeah. This is definitely an evolution of the 92 series. The trigger and the angle at which it breaks once it's to the rear is perfect to keep that muzzle down. It's like cheating right now as I missed 2 shots. I mean, I'm just half-assed trying here. Just looking at the center of the steel. Barely even using my sights here. I'm just focusing on the steel, squeezing the trigger off. The biggest thing to note with this is your thumb location, your high thumb hold. Okay guys, when you're shooting with this new frame mounted safety, allows you to get a really nice low purchase on it to get the gun deep in your hand. And that trigger, I'm telling you, I hope I wish more people would be talking about it because it does a phenomenal job of just pad alignment and angle here when you're pulling it. It's perfect when it breaks. Beretta did a great job with the ergonomics on that. The geometry when it breaks, it's just a nice rearward back motion. It doesn't move the muzzle at all. Really good job. All those misses, I'm just being lazy out here. I'm just having a good time shooting. And I'm sure if I just sat there and really concentrated, slowed the shots down, I mean, there's no reason to miss at this distance. So we've shot it at 7 yards, 50 and 100. We've done the ammunition gauntlet. There's no surprise it hasn't malfunctioned at all. You guys are on the NFA Review channel, so let's throw the suppressor on. I'll switch the microphones out so you guys can hear just how quiet of a host the 92 series is. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed the review today. In case you didn't notice, we are at a new filming location. The other property that I had to deal with, they're selling it, so I have a new property out here. It's actually way more open. It's over 300 acres. There's not a lot of sound reflecting surfaces like trees. I was kind of in a cubby at the last one. Here it's all wide open, save for that warehouse right there, but we're far enough away from it, we're not getting any reverb. Yeah, speaking of reverb, I was reviewing some of the footage when we were shooting on suppressed. I'll show you a little B-roll here. I was shooting off of a red oil barrel and it was giving quite the reverb. So that's something we're gonna take note of down the road when I'm shooting actual suppressor reviews. For a handgun review like we were doing today, not a big deal for the sound issues. I can probably put a piece of plywood over top and it'll get rid of that hollow ting sound. Well, the Beretta 92, it is a firearm, it's iconic, it's been around forever. If you're watching this channel, I'm sure you grew up watching action movies with it. It needs no other introduction. This is just another rendition, an improvement, an evolution of the 92 series. And I love the frame mounted safety. I love how low you can get the firearm in your hand. And I love that new SAO trigger. I cannot express enough what a good job they did with the geometry of that trigger on an out-of-the-box gun in the sub $1,000 category, you know, street price. And remember, it's suppressor ready. If you're on my channel, you're here to look at review suppressors and firearms that are capable of hosting suppressors. And this is a damn fine one. I'm having a hard time finding a problem with this gun. You know, I guess one improvement, they could offer like a night sight version with tritium inserts. I guess down the road, I probably will end up putting a red dot on this because I have 9 other 92s and none of them have optics. And I think this is my 3rd or 4th one that's optic ready. So I might just bite the bullet and throw one on here and you'll see it on my channel as a suppressor host down the road for suppressor reviews. If you guys have any questions about this gun, please leave a comment in the comment section below and I will get to you. Again, very hard gun to actually test because it just works. Again, this is not a new gun, it's an evolution of a gun that's been around forever, and they did a great job with the changes that they made. So kudos to Beretta for that one, and it stands again as a tried and true quiet suppressor host as you just witnessed. So you guys will be seeing this a lot more on the channel. So hope you enjoyed the review. It was pretty fun shooting at 100 rounds and missing 17 rounds and getting only one, because last week when I was out here shooting this, we were getting way more hits at 100 rounds with a suppressor on it, or at 100 yards with a suppressor on it. Which leads me to my last thing. This gun has now about 600 to 700 rounds through it of assorted ammo types without cleaning, and it has 0 malfunctions. I actually kind of want to see how far I can go. So Maybe I just won't clean this at all, and you guys will just see it on my channel as a host. Just know I haven't cleaned it. If it does malfunction, I'll of course show that, and then we'll give you the round count. But it'd be kind of fun to see how far this thing can go getting all gunked up. So again, hope you enjoyed the review. Hope it's worth watching, and I hope you tune in and subscribe for the next video. See you guys next week.
That's crazy.
Dude.
This is a 9mm?
Yes, bro. Is that not the sickest thing? Oh, hell yeah, bro. 100-yard hit.
Yep. I don't just look like John Wick.
You hear it traveling? Dude, you can hear the bullet whizzing.
That is crazy
Yes!
how quiet it is, though, man.
Bro, all right, initial thoughts.
Unreal.
Dude.
That's fire.
Isn't that fire as fuck?
Yeah, that's nice.